There's a lot of talk about the environment these days. I'm sure you've heard the expression, think globally, act locally. But is it really possible for a small local action to have a far-reaching effect? Here at Florida's Natural Growers, we think it is, and it can start with one small step. Welcome to our Grove House Visitor Center, a place that represents the heart of our business. We like to invite folks to come in, look around, or just rest a while with us. This has always been a place for visitors to learn all about the things that matter in the making of our juices, the effects of the weather, nutritional facts, the growing of our fruit. And now it's a place where we can tell another story as well. Join me as I take you to visit some of the folks who've helped our company work harder to protect and conserve our valuable natural resources. We'll also take a look at where these efforts are taking place.
Here at the Grove House, we've installed solar panels to collect the rays from the powerful Florida sun. These rooftop collectors work all day to help fill the energy needs of this building. We needed a southern sloping roof for installation of the panels. We have an unobstructed view of the sky, and the Florida sun provides hours of sunshine. Our system is tied into the local power grid, and at this point it provides a substantial portion of the power we need to operate this building. We monitor our output regularly. We expect to produce 34,000 kilowatt hours per year with this supplemental energy source. This is enough power to run more than 1,200 homes for one day and offset as much CO2 as a passenger car generates in 2,600 days.
Powering up the Grove House is just a small portion of what we do around here to conserve energy. In the last decade, several of our energy initiatives have resulted in a drastic reduction in our consumption of power. Our offices have replaced old fixtures with new low-energy fluorescents, and we put the lights on sensors to turn them off when the area is unoccupied. In the plant, we're gradually replacing older fixtures with high-output fluorescent fixtures that consume just about half the energy. We've also reduced our natural gas consumption by 25% in the plant. In fact, we generate about 75% of our in-season power needs and almost 100% of our off-season needs through an internal system.
With the installation of on-site cogenerators, we now burn natural gas to generate both electricity and steam. Previously, our boilers were powered by oil. Natural gas is cleaner, and with one burn, we fill two needs, electricity and steam. We make steam in the boiler. It then passes through a turbine, which generates electric power. The steam itself is also channeled to be used in the flash pasteurization process of Florida's natural knock-em concentrate juices.
A long time before it became fashionable to be concerned about the environment, we were working to conserve and protect some of our most valuable resources. Back in the 1980s, we implemented a water recirculation system that's drastically cut our groundwater consumption. It's down about 90% from where it used to be. It's a great feeling to know that we're doing everything we possibly can to reduce our impact in this area.
Prior to the 1980s, the water we used made a simple pass from the ground supply through our system and out to the drains. We had a daily consumption of 15 to 20 million gallons of water. With the water recirculation system we use today, we pull only 1.6 million gallons out of the ground each day and return nearly all of it, 1.2 million gallons, to the water table. This results in a net daily usage of only 400,000 gallons. That's a savings of more than 6 billion gallons of water per year, and we're always looking to further reduce what we use. Evaporators capture water from juice processing. This water is sent to one of the plant's cogenerators to create steam for use in pasteurization or generating electricity. Any leftover water from these processes is sent to our spray fields, where it filters through the sandy soil and is eventually returned to the aquifer. We also have evaporation ponds for excess water, where the water seeps through sand beds and is returned to the groundwater supply. As I said before, our systems have allowed us to reduce our actual water consumption to a fraction of what it once was.
We've created our own natural habitat here. The Audubon Society has counted nearly 55 species of native and migratory birds on our ponds, which is largely attributed to their good food supply, water, and protective cover for nesting birds. The area is also home to wild hogs, raccoons, alligators, and even an occasional fox. And while we're talking about what goes on outside the plant, let's take a look at where the whole environmental process starts with us, out here in the groves. Because we're a grower-owned cooperative, we can count on our growers to be protective of our land and our trees. Things have changed since I was a boy playing in my grandfather's grove. As water issues have become more and more urgent, orange growers have adjusted their techniques to minimize their use of this precious resource. Years ago, it was typical to walk into a grove and see overhead sprinklers spray and mist all over the trees. While the water provided good coverage, often a good percentage of it was lost to evaporation or wind. Now trees are watered through the use of micro sprinklers, which are placed at the base of the tree. The spray is more targeted and allows water to seep down into the root zone, using far fewer gallons of water per tree. You know, there's a lot of talk today about carbon emissions and carbon footprints. Well, there's another positive impact that the citrus groves have on the environment. It's been calculated that every acre of citrus trees takes in more than 23 tons of carbon dioxide and then produces nearly 17 tons of oxygen each year. There's almost 600,000 acres of citrus trees producing oxygen in Florida. You do the math on that one. We're back inside so we can see another important aspect of our conservation efforts. When you move millions of containers of juice through your facility each year, packaging deserves a second look as a way to reduce source material.
These plastic bottles, which we sell in convenience stores, kiosks, and delis, will be going to a lighter weight preform. From a savings standpoint, that means 91,000 less pounds of plastic being transported over our roads on a yearly basis. The next size will also be made smaller, which in turn will let us use smaller caps, all resulting in a material savings. On a larger scale, our bottle suppliers move production from a plant in Texas to a location nearby, which results in additional transportation and fuel efficiencies. The corrugated boxes we use to ship our 64-ounce cartons have also been downsized. By cutting out a strip of material at the bottom and the top of the carton, we're able to use less material. And of course, all of our packages are recyclable.
You know, there's one more way we take care of the environment. Florida's Natural is the only major brand of not-from-concentrate that is made exclusively from Florida oranges. How does this help? Well, some of our competitors make juice from oranges from as far away as Brazil. They transport the juice thousands of miles with added fuel and energy costs as a result. Of course, we use all Florida fruit because it's the finest in the world. But it's nice to know that it's a responsible choice as well.
At Florida's Natural Growers, we're proud to have taken many steps to minimize our impact on the environment, from generating our own supplemental energy, to recirculating our water supply, to minimizing our packaging materials. We can say that our conservation efforts stretch from the Grove Gate to the front gate, and we'll never stop looking for ways to improve our performance. After all, these small local actions all add up to a big effort to take care of the land that takes care of all of us.